everyone. Welcome to the Golden Ratio Podcast. I am Jen, GR Mom, joined as always by GR Dad.
Hi.
How's it going, GR Dad?
Good.
Excellent, excellent.
Yes.
The cocktail of the week this week is the Route 56.
Yes. I just want to say it's also Margarita Day.
It is National Margarita Day, but the margarita has been the cocktail of the week like 5 times.
Because every day is National Margarita Day.
So I actually had half a margarita tonight. There's one for you in the fridge whenever you want it.
Why is it the Route 56?
Don't know. I knew you were going to ask that. I don't know.
Maybe it's a road somewhere.
Maybe.
Near someone.
But it's spelled R-O-O-T.
Root beer.
But there's no root beer in it, so.
Oh. Now I'm confused. Maybe there's 56 different herbs, as you say, in Jägermeister.
Yeah, so it's basically Jägermeister Mule. It's ginger beer with a shot of Jägermeister in it. If you like Jägermeister, it's good. I do not like Jägermeister.
I do.
But you do. Do you like the Route 56?
It's very tasty. It enhances without muddying.
Yeah, I think it makes it better.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
So there you go.
I'm on my third one.
That's not true.
I know.
The Route 56. All right. It's time for Administrative Corner.
Data. Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Did I just say it's time for Administrative Corner and you said, yeah, go ahead?
I was in my own little world. I can't believe I didn't properly appreciate the move to Administrative Corner. I missed the whole thing. I love Administrative Corner. I can't believe I disrespected it like that.
We have 4 items for Administrative Corner this week.
My cup runneth over.
All right. First, a small one. Last week we were talking about a thing that happened in Wisconsin, and I was trying to pronounce the name of the town, which is, I know how to pronounce a lot of weird Wisconsin towns, but this was one I did not know.
Yeah.
And
was it Madison? Madison.
I think I called it Mukwanago, and several Wisconsinites messaged me.
Mukwanago?
It's Mukwanago.
Oh, that's better. That's much better.
It is.
That's good.
They're like, I want to go there, Mukwanago. So, just a correction for Administrative Corner.
Hey, can't mess with these Native American names.
Yeah. All right. So, if you remember a few podcast episodes ago.
That was item number 1?
That was item number 1.
Check.
Little one.
It was good.
Item number 2. If you remember, there was this new fish scandal we introduced that was very mysterious, where this guy had caught a crappie, and it was like going to have the state record for being a crappie, and they came and they confiscated his fish, and he's like, I don't understand why they took my fish. I was going to like mount the fish.
Yes.
But they seized the fish.
He acted all innocent. Yes.
Yes. So I have an update.
Ooh.
It comes with an x-ray of the fish. The fish has been x-rayed, and steel weights found stuffed inside Kansas State record catch. KDWP says.
Huh.
There is weights in
fish.
Yep. Topeka, Kansas.
Go on.
Kansas law enforcement and state wildlife officials have released new information in a state record fishing controversy. Earlier this month, KSNT 27 News followed up with Bobby Parkhurst and officials with the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks, that's the KDWP, after it was discovered that a new state record fish caught by Parkhurst was removed in November of 2023. Parkhurst's catch,
removed,
a white crappie weighing 4.07 pounds and measuring 18 inches in length and 14 inches in girth, was initially declared a new state record in April last year, but has since been replaced with the previous state record set in 1964. A KSNT 27 News investigation found out from the KDWP that the fish was taken off the state record list due to information on Parkhurst's application not being, quote, true and correct. And that last time he was like, I don't understand why they say it's not true and correct. I filled that form out the best that I could. And that's what he said. But then on Friday, February 16th, the KDWP spokesman, Nadia Marji, M-A-R-J-I, released an update on the fishing record controversy. In a press release, she said the KDWP received a tip from an eyewitness who claimed the fish had been initially weighed in at 3.73 pounds. To preserve the integrity of the KDWP state record program, KDWP game wardens met with the angler who voluntarily presented his fish for re-examination. When staff used a handheld metal detector to scan the fish, the device detected the presence of metal.
It's because the fish had surgery and it had a knee reconstruction. Titanium screws.
All right, can you see the X-ray here?
Yeah.
There's two little balls in the...
I think those are gallstones.
Margie said the KDWP game wardens took the fish to the Topeka Zoo and Conservation Center for further study. There, they used an X-ray to examine the supposed trophy catch and found that it contained 2 steel ball bearings. Due to this development, state wildlife officials removed the fish from the record list on the KDWP's website. The previous state record, belonging to Frank Miller of Eureka, Kansas in 1964, was reinstated. Parkhurst's crappie has since been returned to him as the investigation is concluded.
There are many unanswered questions in this story.
Margie said the results of the investigation were sent to the Shawnee County District's Attorney Office. When asked if any Kansas laws could apply to this case, Margie pointed out KSA 21-5824, which concerns making false information. That's what it says, making false information. Under this law, the creation of false information is considered a severity level 8 non-person felony. Man, there's a lot of false information that's created out there in the world.
Making false information. Well, just don't do it in Kansas, because making false... Who writes these laws? Come on, guys. Who proofreads this?
Katie Garcerian with the Shawnee County District's Attorney Office confirms that following an investigation, there is insufficient evidence to prosecute the case.
Yeah, they don't know where the steel weights came from.
No, but
exactly.
Apparently, this fish got weighed originally, and it weighed 3-point-something pounds, and then it weighed 4
hungry, and then it ate some steel bearings.
It was already caught when it got weighed the first time, so it dead.
I don't know, man. Maybe
anyway,
it's kicking.
Stop putting weights in your fish, you guys. Come on.
Seriously, they should have just taken it to an airport and run it through that scanner. They would have seen everything.
Absolutely.
So that'd be better than going to 3 different zoos or whatever the heck they did. Man, that was complicated. Also, crappie is a very bad name for a fish. You're not going to get a lot of respect as a fish species if your name is crappie. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not the fish's fault.
We named it that.
Yeah. Who's going to want to catch a crappie? I guess this guy.
This guy wanted to catch a big one.
Yeah. It's a what is it? What is it, like a 12-inch crappie? It weighed 700 pounds. Amazing. It was full of uranium. Okay. That was item number 2. I like it. That was a good one. But again, the article could have had more fun. Like,
you like it with the puns?
Somehow they'd never really confronted the guy, or he didn't admit it, or I think the puns are good, but they should have been more like, I don't know, figure more out. Figure out if he did it or not, or what his story is at least.
I mean, he clearly did it. He said he filled the form out, but somebody else is like, I saw him weigh that fish and it did not weigh 4 pounds.
But then he presented it for inspection. So, like, maybe he didn't know.
What are you going to do, though, when they're like, turn over the fish? You're going to be like,
I ate it. It's already on the wall. Here, it's like a Billy Bass. It sings now.
Take me to the river. All right, number 3 on Administrative Corner. Many people sent us this one. Oh wait, I gotta say. Okay, friend of the squad, Ms. Ryan, was one of many people to send us the weights and fish crappie update.
It's very important information, and I appreciate it.
Okay, so many people sent us this next one, which is quite a scandal, like in the traditional sense, that there's a stingray in an aquarium. Her name is Charlotte. And she got pregnant, but there's no other stingray in the aquarium.
Immaculate conception.
This seemingly miraculous event has stirred up online speculation that the expecting stingray Charlotte may have been impregnated by one of the small sharks that share her tank. But experts say that's extraordinarily unlikely, on par with suggesting that a lion and wolf could have baby lie wolves. And then it says, wolvians? Question mark?
What do you mean? Maybe they could. I don't know.
In fact, shark ray babies would be even more dramatic than that, says Damian Chapman, director of the Shark and Ray Conservation Program at Mote Marine Laboratory and Aquarium in Florida. The last common ancestor of dogs and cats lived around 45 million years ago. Sharks and rays diverged from one another at least 300 million years ago. So it's like probably not the shark. So it says there's another explanation for Charlotte's impending motherhood, though, and it's not much less weird.
Parthenogenesis.
She almost certainly impregnated herself, a phenomenon known as
Parthenogenesis.
parthenogenesis. Quite a variety of species of shark and rays are known to reproduce like that in captivity. We even have evidence of one species of ray doing it in the wild.
I mean, I saw that documentary about dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs did it on that island.
Jurassic Park?
Yes, that's
a
it.
good documentary.
That was good. It
Yeah.
totally happened there, too. They were all supposed to be female,
Yeah.
but they laid eggs
Life
with little babies.
finds a way.
It does. It does. Hey, how'd you know that? That's good. That's good.
I saw the documentary too.
That's excellent work.
Thank you. All right, so there you go.
But they don't know exactly. So they're going to check out what comes out, and if it's a little ray shark babies, they're going to be like,
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like little... This is like one of our bad shark movies.
They're going to do like a more...
They're going to have 5 heads and like octopus...
Five-Headed Shark Attack was a good movie.
Flippers. Was that the one that could go on the beach with its head?
Yeah, the
using
heads
his hands
work
as
as like
legs?
heads 2 through 4 work as, or 2 through 5 work as like little feet with the nose. Push, push, push on the sand.
Yeah, and they left one mouth for biting.
You guys, there's 2-headed Shark Attack through 6-headed Shark Attack. The 6th head is like a little bud that just shows up at the end. I don't think that one's worth watching. All the other ones are good, but 5-headed Shark Attack is, I think, the best one of the group.
Symmetrical. It's very pleasing.
Yes, there's like a
optically.
front head and then 2 head on either side, so for 5 total.
It's like a ring of heads around a middle head.
Yeah.
It's
But the walking on the beach is top notch.
that was new. That was new.
Yep. Unexpected.
Yep.
We laughed quite hard at
I
that.
mean, going from 1 to 2 is dramatic.
Yeah.
2 to 3, 3 to 4, not as dramatic, and it kind of is boring. But then adding the 5th and
Yeah.
the walking capability makes it very dramatic leap.
I would watch that one again.
Yeah, of course. How many shark movies have we watched now?
Oh, let me check.
How many
this
bad shark movies have we watched
spreadsheet.
now?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, except for Jaws and maybe Jaws 2, they're all bad.
all right. 79.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The last 4 that we watched were Cocaine Shark, Atomic Shark, Jurassic Shark 3, and Malibu Shark Attack.
There's a subgenre of Canadian ones that are all filmed in this lake
Yeah.
with rocky shores and pines along. It just doesn't look anything like a real beach, but everyone just ignores that fact.
Yeah.
It's very funny. They're very stubborn about it.
If you ever want to follow along with our shark watching, I live tweet them over on Jen Runs with Dogs. So if you're still on Twitter, go to Jen Runs with Dogs, and when we watch a bad shark movie, which who knows, maybe tonight, I post little clips. I also let you know when Ingo falls asleep.
Which sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's exciting.
It's rare, but occasionally he does not fall asleep. Sometimes it's 5 minutes in. Sometimes we'll watch one, and then he's like, I'm going to start another one. And I'm like, I don't know if I can handle it. And then he starts it, and then he falls asleep like 2 minutes later.
Immediately.
Then I've got to watch it so it can go on the list.
Yeah, there's a German saying your eyes were bigger than your stomach. Like when you take
we say that in English.
too big a piece, or
Yeah.
you can't finish what you took, right? So my eyes
It's
are
bigger than your stomach.
more awake than my stomach.
No
Or
kidding.
something's more awake. My turning on button, my press play finger is more awake than my brain.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so that was item number 3, the stingray.
So
Item
good.
number 4 is actually one for you to talk about the Valentines that we got from the kindergartners today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of Valentine's Day cards still, and since they came to the UPS box, I just picked up another batch, which was great. They're like red envelopes, and what was the Simpson one?
I choose you.
Choose you one. That was cute. But then we also got some school ones that were filled out to all the dogs in little kids' handwriting.
From a class.
Yes, it was from
Oh, look, you got the card there.
Cloverbank Elementary, who watch Daily Snaps, which is amazing.
That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
And it's from a couple whose last name is Valentine. So it's like perfect.
It's their day.
It's unbelievable. Talk about experts in that day.
A bunch of people have sent us like the little tear apart school Valentines, and they made Ingo very happy. Everything
do.
does, but those did.
Yeah,
In particular.
everything. I mean, but the concept that little kids are listening to our podcast makes me reconsider a lot of my word choices, perhaps.
We curse a lot.
Mostly you, though.
Definitely more me.
I know, you got a potty mouth.
Sorry.
There's a bunch of kids walking around cursing because of you. Like, I want to be awesome like Dr. Golbeck.
And I'm like, fuck this.
You just did it. You just did it again.
Yeah. If they're listening to the podcast, that's like a whole different level.
Oh, yeah. No, the snaps are pretty harmless. Yeah. We actually don't curse on the snaps very much.
Not very much, no.
No.
Okay.
But maybe I should do a little less, like making fun of Fetta's big butt and small head or something.
I think that's actually content that kindergartners would love.
That's true. They would probably like a lot more, poop and pee jokes than we put in there because
those are forbidden, you guys.
They're kindergartners.
The scatological references are forbidden in all golden ratio content unless it's
correct.
like medical.
This is correct.
So don't make those jokes at me. I hate them.
Hiccups are acceptable.
Hiccups
Everything
are
else
fine.
is like,
Nope. Yep.
We
don't joke about that. You have never put it in the snaps, but if you did, I would delete it before I posted them.
Oh, I wonder what else you delete.
This is like if you learn to post the snaps yourself, you'll have more editorial control. But since I'm posting them, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And that's deleting bad content.
Bad content. This leaves the door open to your preferences being imposed on me.
100%.
My genius content is getting deleted. My art.
You know what? All you got to learn to do is like export from
my
Snapchat.
Art.
Upload to YouTube. Cross-post on the socials.
That already sounds complicated. And I know it's more complicated than that. But even just what you just said, I don't think I could repeat it back to you.
Yeah. So, yes.
Something about cross-uploading and obfuscating.
I'm still in control then, baby.
Yeah, that's terrible that you're in control. Oh, no, please don't keep posting the snaps.
All right. Time for dog updates.
Dog updates.
No chemo for Vink this week. It's an off week.
Yeah.
Well,
and
that's
she's... I mean, I don't know.
She's not feeling the best, but not the worst.
She's not like miraculously great, but she's also not bad. She went swimming today.
Yep.
She's bounces for things.
Mm-hmm.
Carrots mostly. She seems to enjoy carrots more than anything else in the world right now.
I've had to like explain to Ingo because he's like a grandmother and always wants Vink to eat everything.
Eat.
But the problem is that she'll be eating and then Ingo's like, I am going to prepare dessert. And then she's like, fuck eating. Like, I want dessert. And he's like, Vink, go eat your breakfast. And Vink's like, give me a carrot. And he's like, I don't understand why she won't eat her breakfast. And I'm like, Ingo, it's because you're making the carrots. Like, you can't touch the carrots till she's done eating.
I know. It's really cramping my style. Now I have to like remain motionless and silent in the kitchen lest I distract her with something quote unquote better than her already loaded breakfast.
Yeah, that's correct.
I know it's not as much fun. But if it gets her to eat all her food, I'm in. I've also been adding Braunschweiger.
Mm-hmm. I notice, not that I'm here that much anymore because I travel all the time, but I have noticed at breakfast time that you also sample some Braunschweiger. Qualitätskontrolle.
I'm not sure that I should admit or deny that.
8 a.m. liverwurst.
Gross. It's daytime. That's part of a German breakfast, like a lot of different Wurst.
I support you.
Schmear stuff on bread. It's definitely a German breakfast. But it, better bread than we can buy here. Not that you can make. The bread you make is quality, is German quality.
That's him reacting
stuff
to just
that I
a
can
face,
buy.
a shocked
You made a bad face. You made a bad face. It hurts. It hurts me.
Okay. So that's Vink. No chemo this week.
Yep.
We went over to our friend Bahia's parents' house for dinner and cocktails this week. And we brought feta cheese with us, and she was just a little angel.
Oh man, feta is well suited for public display these days. We're probably going to bring her to some kind of restaurant at some point too.
I mean, I think it's because like when we first got her, we took her to a bunch of restaurants.
Yeah.
And she just kind of got used to it. So now she was so good.
Yeah, but she's also naturally more cautious.
Yeah.
And hesitant. But Bahia was there, and Feta doesn't fight with anyone.
It's a good lesson that if we get another puppy ever, that we need to do the same process, like take them
full on socialization. Yeah.
Go eat on patios and everything.
Did we do it with Hops and Mink? I don't think
No.
we didn't really do it. I mean, we just didn't have it as a goal, right?
Yep.
And we didn't eat as much outside. Like it really lends itself to it here,
Totally.
where if you're bringing them into the Arby's, it's not as popular.
Arby's.
Bad example.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to Arby's.
Oh,
They have the meats.
Arby's is good.
I don't think they've got anything for me.
You don't
They
want
have
to
curly
really
fries.
look at it too hard, but it's, it's in the direction of roast beef.
Ugh.
They have a Reuben that's good, though. It's like a Reuben on bread.
Hmm.
It's quite good.
Okay.
Reuben.
The only other, I guess, dog update this week is I did a talk at NASA yesterday, which was like super fun.
Dogs in space.
Dog talk. They're like, NASA was like, hello, would you like to come give a talk? And I was like, I certainly would. And they're like, about dogs? And I was like, oh, yes, I certainly would, NASA.
But I've been working on this satellite talk, and they're like, nah, no. Dogs, please, dogs.
It was great fun. I think they're going to put it up on YouTube. So if they do, oh, that's nice. Thanks. If they put it up on YouTube, I'll link to it. But it was
That's
a fun
awesome.
time. And I got a private tour from the guy hosting me.
That's cool.
I brought Cheddar's fam along with.
Did you have to have a security clearance for it? Is it top secret?
It is not a
Can't
classified facility.
You can't share what you saw.
You do have to be a U.S. citizen. There was one.
You've been depressed ever since you came back, and you're not allowed to tell me why.
There was a clean room where they were assembling a satellite, and we were not allowed to take pictures of it.
It's because of the aliens.
He's like, I don't know what they're doing in there, but they don't want anybody taking pictures.
Because of aliens.
But
maybe they don't want like the flash disrupting all the sensors, the things like
no, you were
designed for
the
absolute
stuff
darkness.
you were allowed to take pictures of. You were not allowed to use a flash on. But we got to see because this was at Goddard Space Flight Center, which is where they assemble all the satellites. They assembled like the James Webb Space Telescope there, all this stuff. Very cool. So we got to see like the pressure testing chambers and the shake tables and
the shake
centrifuge
tables.
room.
That's great.
Yeah, because how long does it get shake when it's going up in the rock? You got to make sure it's not going to fall apart.
It reminds me of those like weight loss belts in the 60s
Yes,
where it just
that's
like shakes you skinny. If you stand on that table, you lose weight.
Turns out that didn't work.
You lose weight. Shake.
So anyway, I talked about dogs, and it was great. It was super fun.
That is what a nice opportunity. NASA, man. That's a great organization.
Yep, it was a good time. That's it for dog updates. Guac has returned from his half week with staying with our friend.
Yep, and
Seemed glad to
I
be
know
back.
he still harbors some comparisons. I can tell by the looks he gives me sometimes where he goes, "Oh, I did better at the other place. Do you want me to go back to the other place?
We're gonna go visit tomorrow.
Give me some more snacks."
We're
he
going over
says.
there for dinner, and she said, "Bring guac." So we'll see if he wants to come home.
I'm kidding. She didn't take him swimming as much as I do.
I don't
Guac.
know. He did go swimming though.
Guac, you do better. You have ball. You have your tennis balls over here. I bet they have very few tennis balls compared to the huge pile of tennis balls here. We now have our neighbors now bring tennis balls over that they've retrieved from the ocean. They're like, oh, we're just, returning them to the source. And I'm like, yeah, it's a circle of life.
We have a little free library in front of the house, and then there's a little free dog library, which is just a bucket of balls chained to the post of the library.
Yeah, so people who walk their dogs can get a tennis ball if they want for their dog.
And
Or
then
their dog can get their own tennis ball.
that's right. And then if people find our tennis balls floating into their yard, they put them in the bucket.
Yeah, and that's great. And then, and then someone else can take them out and throw them in the water, and then maybe they'll float to us.
Indeed.
It's all part of nature's miracle.
Okay, it's time for ramblings.
Oh, wait, I was already getting there.
Man, you are not kidding.
I was going there.
Go ahead, push the button. All right. He's just been holding the thing, ready to push a button.
Does it make you nervous? Does
No,
it
just
make you nervous?
I'm trying to keep the podcast moving along, and we have absolutely stalled
No, we're moving
in the
along.
boringest ramblings.
We're flying through funny
You got to
topics.
stop talking now. Okay. Under ramblings, One video that has been circulating this week that many people have sent to us is the German game show where people cut things perfectly in half.
That's pretty cool.
Now, I want to say I have done additional research, and the game show is not just cutting things in half. It's a whole bunch of different stuff. And
it's
like
a betting show.
One time they had people cut things perfectly in half. That said, I would 100% watch a German game show where everything was just cut this thing perfectly in half every time.
Yeah, cutting a pretzel in half was actually pretty interesting.
He did it. He did it perfectly right.
I guess it would have to be irregular shapes.
Yeah, yeah, it would be real boring if it's like a sphere.
Here's a double Eggo. Cut it perfectly in half. Oh, I just separated the two Eggos. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah. Here's a Twix bar. Hey, I bet you I can split this up. Kit Kat. There you go. That's what I was going for. But go ahead.
Kit Kat. Okay, it's time for Taste of the Keys.
Yeah. Excellent.
A new larger Publix has opened in Key Largo.
Wait, was there was already one, wasn't there?
Yes.
Was that in Key Largo? Or
there was one in Key Largo. It's kind of tucked away. It's in this plaza, so you got to like turn in there. I know it because I ran there. You probably have not gone to it.
Which is the Publix you can see from the road, though? Is that further up? No, further down.
I think in Alamorada. Yeah.
Alamorada, yes.
Okay. So anyway, there's a new Publix in Key Largo, and they had a big giant. You see the big giant shopping cart, like a novelty.
Yeah. Did they fill it?
20-foot tall shopping cart.
You can't get that in the store. It's taller than the door.
No, it's just for giggles.
You're accusing me of making the podcast boring. And
it's Taste of the Keys. Nothing happened this week.
Publix.
What do you want me to say? Nothing happened this week.
I'm sure someone had a small fish or a big fish or too many fish.
I mean, is that more exciting than a new
fish?
Publix at this point?
I like fish.
All right. Well, next time I'll do that. It's time for German Word of the Week.
Sorry, the grocery store circuit is just a different thing. Talk to me when we get a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods.
That's not happening.
I know.
What's the German Word of the Week?
It is...
Wait, you don't know?
Aufmerksamkeitsdefizit. Aufmerksamkeitsdefizit.
Aufmerksamkeitsdefizit.
Ja, Aufmerksamkeitsdefizit.
Was ist das?
Hast du ein Aufmerksamkeitsdefizit?
What do I have a deficit of? Do you have a
attention deficit?
Oh.
But I'm not getting enough attention. It's not.
Oh.
I'm not paying enough attention. I'm not getting enough. Or someone's like, "Are you not getting enough attention?"
Oh, you have an attention deficit? That's funny.
Yeah. Aufmerksamkeitsdefizit.
Aufmerksamkeitsdefizit.
It's when someone's acting up. Sometimes you say,
Yeah,
"Are you having an attention getting deficit?"
I like it.
Yeah.
I really want to veto Ingo Corner, but go ahead. And everybody else, you may just want to stop the podcast here at Slava Ukraini. Don't put anyone else to you.
Somebody sent us combos that are ranch dip combos, which
now,
I had
did you
not
note who
seen
sent
before.
them?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Don't remember off the top of my head. But she sent us a whole package.
I know. And
with the
you were
combos.
so impressed that you didn't write down her name.
I didn't take it over here. Okay, let me go get it.
No. We'll shout you out in the show notes.
It had a pizza slice in it too for Brody.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, ranch dip combos. They're pretty good.
Dill forward.
All dogs have eaten them and enjoyed them, except Vink, who doesn't like combos anyway.
Hey.
They're dilly.
Vink used to eat the outside pretzel part off and then eat the cheese part in the middle.
She doesn't have time for that now.
No, that's
It took forever to nibble off all the outside
That's
pretzel
true.
part.
Yeah.
And now you put it in her mouth and she goes, bleh. She's bleh. Rejected.
Well, thank you for the snack food.
Thank you for the snack food. Food is always appreciated. And thanks again for all the Valentines and all the cards. It is very much appreciated. Thank you. By me. Did you say by me?
Yeah.
By you too.
Sure. My comment was more on your use of the passive voice than...
Oh, it is appreciated by me. Sure. What's my corner? I think it's understood. I'm in my corner now just talking about my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You just hang out over there, editor.
Are we done?
I mean, you tell me, done decider.
Great. We're done.
Done.
Thanks everybody for listening. And until next time, which will hopefully be more exciting, Slava Ukraini, and don't put anyone unless they ask you to.
Can't be more exciting.
Bye.
Bye.